Hi everyone, I'm AK Lee. I wanted to have a chat to you today about the fastest way to heal from trauma. If you've watched some of my other videos, you will know that I'm a trauma survivor. In fact, I'm actually a complex trauma survivor, which is not something I've spoken about a lot. A lot of people know I was in an abusive relationship, but with complex trauma, there are other incidents that have happened over a period of time. So it's not only that relationship that I have experienced trauma in, and the other incidents are something I may talk about in the future, I may not. Suffice to say, I've experienced trauma, and after a lot of work, I have come to a place where I'm healing, and that trauma isn't always in the back of my head, ready to be triggered. And so I thought I would do this video to help others going through a similar situation, to tell you how I came to this place. And really, I know this is going to sound airy-fairy, and you're going to think, oh, that's so simplistic. But the number one thing I did, the fastest way to heal from trauma, is radical self-love. And like I said, I know that sounds simplistic and airy-fairy, but insisting on loving yourself is going to get you to that place of healing the fastest. And this is from my own personal experience. It might not work for you, but this is what has worked for me. And the very first thing I did with that, because you're probably thinking, well, how do I love myself? And I'm guessing if you've been traumatized, you haven't been loving yourself for quite some time. And the number one thing you need to do is set boundaries and enforce them. So you decide how you think you deserve to be treated, and hopefully you've got a heck of a lot of positive things on your list. You can sit down and write a list if you want, or you can just have them in your head. But set boundaries of acceptable behavior. And then if people cross those boundaries, you need to speak up, use your voice, and enforce those boundaries. It is okay to have boundaries. It is okay to want to be treated a certain way. It doesn't make you high maintenance. It doesn't make you a nasty person. It makes you a person with self-respect. It makes you a person who loves herself, and all of those things are fine. So first thing you do is set and enforce boundaries. And then it's really just finding the things that help you. Some of the things that helped me were yoga, meditation, crystal therapy. These are some of the more spiritual aspects of the healing. I also did conventional things such as counseling, and I went to see a psychologist as well. You can do those things. A variety of influences can help you on the healing process, and it's really finding that combination that works for you. But it all comes into the radical self-love. How do you feel you deserve to be treated? And is going to see a psychologist going to help you, or a counselor going to help you to cement that self-love within you? These are things you need to decide. And also something that is a little bit controversial that I say is staying out of romantic relationships until you are at a point where you feel that you can cope, because romantic relationships trigger trauma within you. And from my experience, it just makes the relationship harder, and it can add more trauma. It can create more trauma for you. And I'm not saying you have to, but it's something to consider, is staying out of romantic relationships until you get to a better place within yourself. So develop radical self-love, put those boundaries in place, enforce those boundaries. Start doing the steps, start taking those steps you need to get to a spot where you can love yourself more. See a counselor, see a psychologist, start doing yoga, meditation, all the things that help calm you. Also get back into all those things that you love. What are some of the things that bring out the passion in you, that you adore? Surround yourself in all of those things. Anything you can do that brings out those feelings of happiness, positivity, gratitude, they're all going to help with your self-love. And inevitably, things are going to happen, and you're going to want to beat yourself up about it, of how you reacted or how you didn't react. You need to stop that. You need to stop those voices in your head that tell you you're wrong. This is another way that radical self-love comes in. Stop those voices. And you can check out my video on Slay Those Doubt Dragons for a little bit more on a technique I use to get rid of those bad thoughts. And just loving yourself no matter what happens, no matter what comes up, and refusing to stay in that negative mindset, and refusing to keep people in your life who are not going to respect your boundaries, are not going to treat you with the love that you deserve, because you do deserve love, and you do deserve happiness, and you do deserve to heal from the trauma, and you are already healed, you are already whole, you just don't know it yet. You got stuck in that state of brokenness, and you can't see the light ahead, but there is a light ahead. And it starts with radical self-love, and nobody else is going to give that to you. It's something that comes from within. Start with setting your boundaries. Seek out help from others if you need it. And do all those things, bring all those things into your life that you love and adore and bring you happiness. And this is the fastest way, in my experience, that you are going to heal from trauma. Radical self-love. Try it. Use it. Enforce those boundaries. I hope this video helps you. I hope radical self-love helps you. It's the fastest way I have found to heal my trauma. So whether you're complex trauma survivors or post-traumatic stress survivors, whatever it is, I hope this video helps you. Thank you for watching. Please leave your positive comments below, and remember to subscribe to stay up to date with my videos. Go out and fill yourself with radical self-love. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.